Hi, and welcome to this Tournament Expert tutorial. This one is the introductory tutorial to the player list. And the player list is right in front of you. To begin, I'd like to use one of the player list commands, which you can see the commands across the top here. I'm going to use the file command to open up a previously saved tournament. In this case, the tournament I'm going to open is one of the default tournaments that we ship with the program, so that it gives you tournaments to open and play with so as you start to learn Tournament Expert. And I'm going to select the President's Cup, then click Open. In the player list, you can see that the tournament is now open, and I have the names of players. In this case, you can see that it tells you down at the bottom that I have 44 players in this list, and currently we are on row 1, column 1. If I move through the tournament, then this information updates to tell me where I am in the player list. You can also see that there are commands across the top. So we have File, Edit, View, Clear, and once we have players in our player list, these are the people who are actually going to be in the tournament, we can, with this list, create things like scoreboards, scorecards, card signs, and then we have tools where we can assign handicaps, do hole assignments, tee times. So all of those, and these items will be explained in later tutorials. I won't go into them in this particular tutorial. I just want to introduce you to the player list itself. Look at the bottom, and there are other items down here at the bottom other than total rows and row and column. This tells me what kind of lookup I'm doing from an underlying handicap database, and it could be Gen or GolfNet, or in this case it's direct, so that I can type whatever I want to in any name that I add. This tells me the name of the tournament. This tells me whether the tournament is saved or not, whether the caps is on, the num is on, and that sort of information. Up at the top, underneath the commands, are icons, and each of these icons are for commonly used commands. For instance, if I wanted to create card signs, then I might click on this command, and as I hover over it, it tells you what it is, and it's the single logo card sign shortcut. In the player list itself, notice that as I move from column to column, that the column that I'm currently in, the name of the column, turns yellow. And that tells me what the current column is, what the active column is. And that's useful because we have a number of commands that can be applied to columns. I'm going to hover in the S1 column. It is turned yellow. It's the active column. And right-click with the mouse. It gives me a context menu, and these column commands in the context menu all pertain now to the S1 column. I'm going to select the Numbers in Column command, and notice that it just starts at the top and numbers straight down so that you can have successive numbers in the column. That's useful because it gives us a way to get back to this particular order of the player list should we decide to change it for some reason and then want to come back. For example, these commands at the top of each column are actually live, so that if I click on the command, if I left click on the command, it puts the player list in order by that particular column. So I'm going to click on left name, and now I'm going to right click on last name, and that puts it in order from top to bottom. And now if I want to get back to the original order that I had, then I'm going to click on S1, left click, and that puts us in the order because I have that order available in this column right here. So that's a quick introduction to the player list. Please view other tutorials if you want to learn about other items, and we will go more in depth into items such as creating handicaps and being able to add tee times or hole assignments and things like that. So thank you for watching.